So next topic is limiting reagent. What does mean by limiting reagent? I am going to tell one example for the limiting reagent. Here you have one example. So now you are going to take 1 cup of rava, 2 cup of sugar, half cup of ghee, half cup of nuts. So in this 1 cup of rava you are going to prepare the 6 cup of kesari. 6 cup of kesari, but you are going to want 12 cup of kesari, means now you are going to increase the quantity of rava only. Now you are going to increase the sugar quantity. Do not produce the 12 cup of kesari. Okay, do you understand? So you are going to increase the sugar quantity, means the sugar quantity only increase, does not increase the quantity of the kesari. Okay, so but that quantity is based on the rava. So the rava is a limiting reagent. Okay, so you are going to add the 3 cup of sugar, means in the 6 cup of kesari you are going to add the 3 cup of sugar, means the sugar volume is increased. So increase excess, so that reaction is called as the excess reaction. But which reaction is fully totally converted into the product, means that reactant is called as the limiting reaction. Which reaction is react to give the balance reaction, means that reaction is called as the excess reaction. Okay, so here, so now you are going to say that what is mean by limiting reaction. In the non-stoichiometric quantity of the reactant and the product yield will be determined by the reactant that is completely consumed. Which reactant is completely changes into the product, means that reactant is called as the, so it limits the further reaction from taking place, it's called as the limiting reaction. The other reactant which is excess, which reactant is the reactant is fully changes into product. So remaining you have some reactant, that reactant is called as the excess reactant. Do you understand what is mean by limiting reaction, what is mean by excess reaction? Now you are going to see one example. Here you have one example. So urea, so here, so urea, a commonly used as the nitrogen based fertilizers, is prepared by the reaction between the ammonia and the carbon dioxide follows. Okay, so now we are going to prepare the urea. So urea is the product. Now we are going to take the reactant is ammonia and carbon dioxide react to form the urea and water. In this process you take the 646 gram of ammonia and is react with the 1.144 gram of carbon dioxide to form the urea. You are going to calculate the which one is limiting reagent. If the entire quantity of all the reactant is not consumed in this reaction, which is the limiting reaction? This is the first question, which one is limiting reaction. Second question is calculate the quantity of urea formed and unreacted quantity of the excess reaction. You are going to calculate. This is the two questions you are going to calculate this equation. Now you are going to write the equation. So 2 molecules of ammonia and 1 molecules of carbon dioxide react to form the 1 molecule of urea and water. So now we are going to calculate the which one is limiting reaction, which one is excess reaction. Now we are going to calculate this equation, this tabular column. So going to calculate this tabular column. So now we are going to write the reactant. This one is product. Stoichiometric coefficient means number of moles is called as the stoichiometric coefficient. You have 2 ammonia, so you have number of mole is 2, so here you write the 2. Carbon dioxide is 1, so you write the 1. Urea is 1, so you write the 1. Water is 1, so you write the 1. Okay, now the number of moles. So stoichiometric coefficient you are going to convert into the number of moles. number of moles. So number of moles of reactants is allowed to react. N means number of moles. N means mass divided by molar mass. Already you know the mass divided by molar mass. You are going to calculate the number of moles. So now if you want number of moles means so mass, so divided by the molar mass, you are going to calculate the number of moles. Already I thought. Okay, ba? So if you want number of moles means, so you are going to divide the number of moles. Okay, ba? Molar mass. Molar mass, you are going to calculate the molecules. Okay, ba? So what is the mass of ammonia means already you have the mass of ammonia in the problem. Mass of ammonia is 646 gram of ammonia. Mass of ammonia is 646 gram of ammonia divided by the molar mass. Molar mass of ammonia, you are going to calculate the ammonia. So NH3. So nitrogen is molar mass is so 14 plus hydrogen, 1 hydrogen molar mass is 1, but you have 3 hydrogen plus 3. 14 plus 3 is equal to 17. Upper 646 divided by 17, you have 38 moles. Okay, ba? Next, carbon dioxide. You know the molar mass of carbon dioxide. Mass of carbon dioxide is 1.144 kilogram. So kilogram your changes into, so gram means you are divided by the 100. So it changes into the 1000. So you are going to changes into 1144 divided by, so divided 1144 gram. Okay, ba? So in the 1144 gram, you are going to divided by the molar mass. Molar mass of carbon dioxide, already you calculate the molar mass of carbon dioxide is 44 gram. So divided by the 44, you have 26 gram. But urea, so you don't know the number of moles. Water, you don't know the number of moles. So actual number of the mole consumed during the ratio. So here you have 2 moles. Okay, ba? 2 moles ammonia is 38 moles means up 1 mole, how many moles up? 38 is divided by 2 is equal to 19. Up 1 moles, so in 1 mole consumed the 19 mole. Okay, ba? Do you understand? 38 moles, 2 moles consumed 38 mole means, so 1 mole consumed 38 divided by 2 is equal to 19 moles. So 19 moles. Here you have 1 mole of urea. So 1 mole means 19 moles. Here water also 1 mole, so 19 moles. Appo 26 moles. So, in you have carbon dioxide, you have 26 moles. 26 moles, 19 moles only you consumed. So remaining you will have how many moles you have remaining? Remaining you have 7 moles. The remaining moles you have means that reactant is called as the excess reactant. Which one is totally fully consumed means the ammonia is the 38 moles is fully consumed. So ammonia is the limiting reagent. Okay, ba? So ammonia is the limiting reagent. Which one is excess means that reactant is called as the excess reaction. Now we are going to calculate them. Which one is limiting reaction? In the if the entire quantity entire quantity of all the reaction is not consumed in the reaction, which is the limiting reaction? This is the first question. First question answer is, if the entire quantity of ammonia is consumed, which one is consumed? The ammonia is, entire quantity of ammonia is consumed in this reaction. So ammonia is here is the limiting reaction. Some quantity of carbon dioxide is remains unreacted. So carbon dioxide is the excess reaction. Okay, which is the limiting reaction? So ammonia is the limiting reaction. So carbon dioxide is the consumed reaction. Second question, what is the second question? Calculate the quantity of urea formed and unreacted quantity of excess reaction. Now we are going to calculate the quantity of urea. So already you know the moles of urea. So moles of urea means 19 moles of urea. Now we are going to calculate the quantity of urea. Quantity of means number of moles of urea into molar mass. Into molar mass. So 19 moles into your molar mass is 60. Now we are going to calculate. Already you know the formula for urea. N2 H2 formula is H2 NCO NH2. By NH2 means number of N molar mass number is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide is carbon is 12, oxygen is 16, totally